So I tell you, when they do this stuff, that's related to a computer virus, and they're gonna have to people act on it. It's gonna be related to a script that somebody writes, as if they're like a producer around a movie. Yeah, that is their experience in their own system. Yeah, to then go off on like have somebody act like a computer programmer on you specific. So right now, some people are funding groups that's related to like a digital system. Some people are funding groups to go off and fight stuff that's related to pornography and other stuff. So they're gonna use a female group that's into the corporations. Yeah, to go off and attack anybody that they could get off the data system or like Pornhub or other stuff like that they get as the data. Anybody that watches porn that of that network site that they get to buy data from, you get to the same porn company that send out the data that produce the porn will be the same one that sell that information to that group over there that then go off and use that group to go off and try to throw you in prison. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so it's things like that I was recording on my private cell phone over here. That's what to keep in tab of the wars into like what they were doing to their own soldiers, like their own people. Stripped, elecute. Yeah, so I got kids around me, but you get this sense of it. Stripped and electrocuted are forced to fight each other to the death on camera. New evidence show how police committed are torturing their own men. I got a couple of young and bruised lights on. What's up? I didn't know go around. What's up? So they're beating and electrocuting their own troops, denying them, forcing for them to crawl to the mud, tying them to naked on 3 substitutes, or even making them fight to the death. Do you know why they did that to them? It's because of the fact that the main group that's funding them, are like gangsters. That run street kids around the space. So that's how they discipline the men whenever they fuck up and they cost them a drug batch, or they go off and like they get them arrested, or they get them to lose the game, or like the main boss over here can make no money around the space. So yeah, within his own secret government, he's allowed to go off and kill his own and discipline them. That's the same reason why I told you do not bother with this stuff that you see over the cyberspace. That's related to pornography. Sometimes some of these females and some of the soldiers are on the space, and sometimes it's a vice versa for males that they integrate, that they turn into females. Yeah, because the space. So most of the porn that you see within the drawing itself is based off males, and based off old historical records. It's not stuff that's related to like a cycle. So somewhere that's related to a spy kingdom. So that within that spy kingdom itself, the same way I told you when you go in prison, do not jump in to try to break up fights on the space here, because sometimes you don't know who's who on the space. If you see this dude get disciplined by his own crew, don't try to go off and be a hero or try to save him around the space. You won't get an entire beat down for his own crew for interfering, and you're gonna get marked for life. And then eventually, just so that sometimes that dude might not even be thankful for nothing. He's gonna tell you, why is it that you're stopping the process to discipline him across the space? He himself is going to jump into that affairs and beat your ass down, and then eventually go off and stab you later on in life. So yeah, the way you treat it is that the same way you serve in the military. Remember in the military you served? Somebody go off and like discipline you. They'll harm you physically. They'll cause you to commit to. They tell you to follow a direct order that's going to make you harm yourself in the process of it. They tell you go off and do 100 upside down push-ups, and then go off and go outside in the snow, and go off like pick up a grain of snow for like 5 hours until you remove all the snow in front of the yard over there. And that's how they get to like psychologically manipulate you to go off and commit self-harm and kill yourself in the process. If you're not tough, if you faint or you pass out, you're going to end up in the medical stretcher over there, and then eventually they kick you out of the military. As simple as that. That's that type of discipline that they order across the space, and then eventually if you jump into it, you're going to get a beat down for like the chain of command and the structure itself, and sometimes the person that's getting punished does not even want you to interfere or do nothing and stuff. Right, so I said, yeah, that's as far as we go, because of the fact that we're within a free civil society over here where you volunteer for the force. And within a special unit that remove that layer of protection that you have because you're health insured. But the extreme group, like the ones over here that they punish with their military officers, you see what they did to them, right? They amputate them, they electrocute them, and then they make them fight to the death, specifically. They don't want to punish them for fucking up. That's the same thing as like being able to pull out your gun as an officer and be able to shoot your subordinate if they were to like someone desert you lawfully on the special side. That's a law that they have in the military. They allow you to kill a subordinate if they were to withdraw from your position over here and kill in the process. Some of the gangs have a thing called blood in and blood out. You can't get out of it. If you get out of it, just like some of the Mexican dudes that try to get out their own clan. Some of the Mexican dudes try to get out their own clan. They try to go off and hide inside the madhouse outside. By the time the clans heard that they were in the madhouse doing nothing but just being mad assault, they sent killers in there to go off and like clean them up and kill them and return assault. That's what you call blood in and blood out, into like a special service. That's where two groups that go off and make pact. And like I said, the leader that formed that pact himself, if he made the decision to remove you because of the fact that you left his group, they're gonna hunt you down and kill you in the process of that. So that's pretty much why the Russian military group is so unprofessional and they still use this method over here. Because of the fact that the state lost to a Russian mafia mob over here. They want to make a mockery out of their own military. And then eventually when the military fails to do a certain operation, it costs their own investors that are like cold-blooded, that are hanging on Wall Street, a some amount of money across the space, they're able to go in and kill them in the process and stuff.